Hi, beautiful friends. Laurel here with Illuminating Souls, and I am coming to share with you about my new class, Co-Creating with the Soul of Your Business. So, earlier this year, I offered one of my favorite classes, which is Connecting with the Soul of Your Business. So, what is the soul of your business? Well, if you have a soul-inspired business, maybe you are a practitioner, a healer, a coach, maybe you create beautiful, inspired product. Maybe you offer your inspirations into the world. There's a lot of different ways that our life force can be used to create businesses that inspire us and inspire others. And when I was first creating Illuminating Souls, the mentor I was working with at the time led me through this very powerful sacred process to connect with the soul of my business. And it has been so transformational for me. It is the only way I run my business now, and I love teaching this method to others. So this is something that I did at the beginning of the year with a group of spirit-led entrepreneurs, and we have been continuing in different themes as the group has blossomed open. And now in June, we're going to do another round of it, and this one is co-creating with the soul of your business. So what is that going to mean? Well, I don't know about you, but I do not have a lot of energy to effort right now. It's not that I don't want to do anything. I only want to do the things I want to do, though. I only want to participate in ways that I feel inspired, that I feel like fuel me and fuel others. So intellectually, I know a lot about business, right? I know about building mailing lists and creating vibrant newsletters. I know how to market. I know how to do a lot of what is required to run a business. But you know what? I don't want to do it. I I want to do the parts that feel delicious to me. I want to do the parts that feel inspired, that lift me up and uplift others. And so I have really modeled my business in service to co-creating with the soul of illuminating souls. This is how much of what I do gets born, including my podcast, including this class. I listen and I wait and I allow it to download, and then I take inspired action and move along. And that's the process I am going to be leading you through over the coming 6 weeks. So wherever you are with your business, maybe you're already a huge success, maybe your business doesn't even exist yet, I believe in the power of incremental, iterative, inspired action, that a lot of times our knowingness leads us into portals of creation that we might not even know are there. But when we enter them, we can experience exponential growth. We can experience magic. So let me walk you through what the 6 weeks are that we're going to be focusing in on in this class. Week 1, we're going to start with the basics, connecting with the soul of your business. It's a beautiful process. We're going to help you deepen in your knowingness. You're going to feel the love and the support and the inspiration that is moving through you. We're going to set you up in a beautiful inner sanctum of light where you can connect with your angels and guides and all the beings of light that are working with you. Second week, we're going to now dive into co-creating with the soul of your business. Your business has a personality, it has a presence, it has a life force. And we're going to be tuning into what is your co-creation style, because we do not all co-create in the same way. You and your business have your own co-creative style, and we're going to dive in to see what that is. Week 3, the power of inspired action. The angels love to say, you do a little and we'll do a lot. And also another adage that they use is small action steps imbued with big intention produce even bigger results. So it's not about having to do all the heavy lifting. It's not about pushing boulders up hills. It's about leveraging inspired action. What are the ways you're feeling guided to create movement in your business? And so we're going to be focusing on the wisdom of that, and you're also going to be encouraged to start taking some small action steps in the direction of a heartfelt creation or dream, and let's see where that takes you. The next week, we're going to be focusing on what is calling you forward. Now, you might have a long list or a vision board or a business plan that you created years ago that you're still feeling beholden to. But we've been through a lot in life, and we're going to make space for you to tune into what is calling to you now. What mission, what purpose, what creation, what joy is calling to you now in a way that will bring you wings. And then we're going to move into the next module, which is making space for miracles. How's that for a great topic? So much of the growth and success of my business, I have felt to be miraculous. I've been in the right place at the right time. I've been guided to dive into social media at the right time to experience exponential growth. I never know when those things are going to happen. It's like you can depend upon miracles, but you cannot necessarily calendar by them, right? It's like they show up, but we don't know when and how. But this week, we're going to really make space for the miracles to find you. And then another one of the themes we're going to work with is the power of your co-creative style. We all have a unique instrument and we all create uniquely. I can teach you how I create and what my style is, but that might not match up for you. What's important is that you identify how your co-creative instrument works. And this is how we're going to come into the 6th week of class. So I want to give you a real world example of how I might apply this theory. As you know, hopefully I've done a good enough job of announcing it. I have a podcast now called Sleepy Bedtime Blessings. I love this podcast. It is truly something that delights me. And I've had this sense all along that with that old, adage that we've heard from Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. So intellectually, I know what it takes to market a podcast. There's plenty of classes, there's YouTube videos, there's mentors. It can take a lot of effort and time to market a podcast, which does not interest me. I love my podcast, and I really want by osmosis of some way that it's going to get out there. So my agreement with the angels was I would create it. I'm going to create the podcast. That part feels easy to me. I can talk into a microphone, I can edit it, and I can upload it, and I can let you guys know about it. And then let's see what happens. So I've now just published my 55th episode. I have between 40 and 50 people around the world who listen. Now, that's a very modest number, and it delights me because it means that there are several dozen of you listening to my podcast, and I am grateful. And I'm also aware that I am guided to grow it. Now, again, intellectually, I can figure this out, or I can hire somebody to help me. So in 3D world, there are many different avenues I can take to grow my podcast. But when I come into my willingness, I don't want to. I'm not interested. It's like I get this pocket of resistance and it feels sticky. It's not fear. It's not sabotage. It's no shadow material. Instead, what intrigues me is if I were to bring in this intention and this dream of growing my podcast into the 6 weeks of co-creating with the soul of your business, what might happen? I don't know. But I love this idea of bringing this wish and this intention into this sacred incubator for the next 6 weeks. To open up to intentions, to ask the angels, to seek ease, to co-create miracles, to take some inspired action, and to see what happens. it's like looking at a divine buffet and attuning to what tool, what dish, what ingredient am I guided to co-create with? Again, I could come up with a whole list of things to do. I'm smart. I know how to research. That part isn't hard, but also that part isn't delightful to me. What delights me is tuning in. It's like, okay, what's the magic ingredient here? You know, how can this thing blossom? How can this thing grow? How can I talk to the spirit of my podcast, right? How can I tune in? And I don't know what the answer is going to be. I am going to go through this process with you over the next 6 weeks, and let's see what we can cook up. So again, you don't even need to know what you're going to bring into the circle yet. You may not know until week 1 or 2. But if it's growing your list, if it's creating a new course, if it's increasing the number of people you work with, and I think my I think my camera just glitched, and if it did, I'm so sorry. I'm having some technical challenges today. We're just going to go with it. You get to be imperfect in your creations in my world. So here's to imperfection and love. So this is co-creating with the soul of your business, and I hope you will join me. So thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.